Okay, today we're going to discuss the Peterson preamp and the Vibrato bulbs. They are no longer available, although you may find some Chinese knockoffs. They're not the same. So, and to extend the life of your Peterson preamp, we've come up with a Vibrato modification that consists of modern LDRs. And as you can see with this preamp in original condition, there is a bulb that's blown out. With this modification, we found that the sound differences are indistinguishable. The same circuit is used on our modern vintage Vibe pianos, and it is a dead-on replacement for the original Peterson tremolo sound. It mimics the cat's eyes waveform of the natural flow of the tremolo without being abrupt and cut off like a square wave. It has a very nice flow, almost mimicking, well, it does mimic the natural incandescent bulb and how the filament lights up slowly and then decays slowly. So we've nailed the original recipe, and now we're going to show you how to install it. As you can see with this incandescent bulb, only one of them is lit. This is going to cause a mono tremolo as well as a mono signal on your stereo preamp.
We're going to show you how to take the can off of the bulb and LDR and flip it over. You can see how on this side it's illuminated and on this side it's not, which is an easy indication that the bulb could be bad. I need to get to it to find out. So we're going to unplug the power first. The top tabs are just bent over. In this case there's a piece of tape there to shield it from touching that trace. And the bottom one, you're going to have to desolder. Just heat it up. You might have to run some fresh solder on it, but in this case I don't think we're going to have to. It should just come out. So then you can, a closer inspection of your bulb, you can see that the filament on this bulb is no longer there, so it's burned out. So we're going to start by removing the bulbs and the LDRs. The bulbs at first, you can just pull them out of the sockets to start. Next we're going to remove these two 680 ohm resistors and replace them with 4.7K resistors. Next we're going to remove these two 10K resistors and replace them with 1 megohm resistors. Okay, I've marked on the back of this board where the various wires from the Vibrato module are going to go. We'll have something on our website that's a diagram you'll be able to look at to see this. You're also going to have to drill one wire into the ground plane for the ground, and I've marked on this board where I want to drill that hole right there, where that purple dot is. I'm going to do that right now. See, it's just into the ground plane there. Now we're going to put in the nylon standoffs. They're 3/8 inch standoffs with a clip to hold the daughter board in place. Just going to put the screw through the bottom of the preamp PCB, and then you can kind of just start screwing the standoff on, and then just shore it up a little bit from the bottom. You don't have to make it so tight that it's never going to come off. And then just repeat the same thing for the second standoff. Okay, now we're going to put the daughter board in place. So getting the wires in is going to be a little tricky. You need to have them bent at various, angles and whatnot to get them through the preamplifier PCB. Use some tweezers or some, small pliers in order to do that, but we've given you the appropriate lengths necessary. So I'm going to do that now. Once you get the board in place, it's really just a matter of soldering all the leads.
Okay, here we are. We're going to install the new Peterson preamps into the 88 suitcase that we're working on at this moment. We're going to show you two original preamps, one with a new vintage Vibrato Retrofit, and another one that's a completely stock original Peterson preamp. Just to show you both a comparison of new and old. We left both boards stock, so all the original caps are in place. Both have the 8 microfarad Vibrato capacitors, so they should have about the same type of speed. So here's the first one with our new Retrofit Vibrato mod. And that's at about a mid-tempo range. We'll go to fast. Now we'll take it down to slow. Okay, so now we'll move on to the original stock, Peterson preamp. We'll take it down to slow. Now we'll go up to fast. Okay, and there you go. There's the difference between the two. They sound very much similar. There's something to note on with Peterson preamps, considering the age of these and the components drifting in value. You're never going to find two exactly that sound the same anyway, even if it was completely stock. So there's always a small difference between tone and vibrato speed you're going to get out of an old preamp. But I think you'll notice that the similarities are pretty dead on.